politics of the country is such that we still have a complete disconnect, a major disconnect between government and the people. People do not feel the effect of government on their lives. People still see government as some kind of alien authority, far away from them, that it's pretty difficult for them to get across to. And so, in the absence of government, people now resort to self-help. In terms of social amenities, it is self-help. People provide their own water, they provide their own security, they provide their own power, in terms of, standby generators and all of that. In terms of even, the basic things like food and shelter, that in many climes, it is the responsibility of government if you do not have the means to do that. That is what they call social security in many countries. We still undertake that ourselves. So there's absolutely no way that government intervenes in the lives of people. If you are dying of a congenital disease, for example, you will slowly wither and wither and wither until you die off finally. Nobody will intervene at any point to say there is some kind of health scheme that will take care of you. Even these so-called free health services you hear that a few governments are providing, it's only Panadol and codeine for your headache and all that. Any major operation or congenital disease, I'm sorry, they don't provide that. It is like a blessing in disguise that we fail to realize. I tell my friends when I go abroad, that Nigerians in diaspora, majority of them, not all of them, majority of them, they have no business being in diaspora. Just imagine the energies that you pump into those economies. Nigerians are the most traveled in the world. You go to Ireland, you go to UK, you go to America, you go to Japan, go to all parts of Asia, all the 7 continents. The energies they pump into those economies in terms of the work they do, the services they offer, if you bring all of those energies back home and pump it into our economy, just imagine how much the economy will grow. So, what they can do to help is not, there's nothing as good as your personal involvement in any project. And I say this with apologies, and I repeat with apologies because I have a lot of friends who do that. You can stay abroad and begin to look at the window back at home and criticize and talk down on people and do what you do. Why don't you do this? Why don't you protest? Why don't you come here and do it yourself? Come and join us now. Come and see how it is. Yeah, we want them back home to contribute to the economy, to the polity, to everything, to social movements. We want leg soldiers, foot soldiers, who can come and uproot this octopus from government. This, people who have virtually cornered our common patrimony. Let them come back home. They have no voting right as they're abroad. Because, unlike America where you have, people who are abroad who vote, they don't vote. There's no provision like that in Nigeria where those in diaspora vote. And your vote is your greatest power. I hope you know that, to change the system. The vote is the greatest power you have. But we have millions of Nigerians abroad. They don't vote. Their votes don't count. In fact, they don't vote. They have the right to vote. And that is the greatest contribution you can give to your country, where you can change government by your votes. So, what they can do is that they should come back home. Because they're suffering in Europe. They're suffering. I've gone around. Instead they say, Keyamo, what can we come back home to do? Many of them, they have run out of ideas, they have run out of work, but they just want to remain in Europe and America. Doing what? That's why I said those with genuine work, high profile, they can remain where they are. But if they have the opportunity, they can come back. But not majority of them who have nothing to do. And not just, running, washing dishes, running from pillar to post. They should come back home. I look at many of my classmates who finished school, were called to bar together. They never practiced law. They thought it was a waste of time practicing law, and they all ran abroad to do so. Man, can you waste your time? Yo, I don't practice this. I don't do this certificate. I don't have a box. I go hustle. Where are they today? Where am I today? With apologies, where are they? So why do people run away from confronting situations? And I told myself that as a young man, I said, no, I will confront this situation I see. I have the opportunity to run abroad. I have the opportunity to go anywhere, but I will confront this situation I see in front of me. I told myself that. And I did so.
Just like raindrops falling from my eyes, just like teardrops falling from the sky.
What happened was that it was a combination of, well, mobilization by way of the, social media, but then it had to be combined with actual street protests, grinding the economy to a halt. Various protests were organized across the country, and this was what united Nigerians from Kaduna to Maiduguri to Calabar to Lagos. Everybody was united in one cause. Now, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, and this is the type of energy we should bring to bear on our polity. This is the type of fervor, the type of, passion that we should, release into our economy and our polity. That's the impact this kind of thing makes, is that slowly it begins to bring about change. Because don't forget that since then, between then and now, government has thought about increasing the price of fuel more than 2 or 3 times. I'm sure you hear the story. Next day they'll come and say, no, we never said anything like that. Because they know the type of reaction they will get. They have tested it before, and they know they will test it again. And this time they will not even know where it will lead to this time around. Because they know that, revolutions like the Arab Spring and all that began from such stupid policies of government. So they know that this type of protest and action can lead to some devastating results, and that is why it is good that we keep the temple up, this temple of rebellion against bad policy of government. That we keep them.
Young man, be careful and think it twice.
Well, in terms of asking questions, I don't think we're asking enough questions. In terms of protecting our votes, I don't think we are protecting our votes enough. Those are the 2 areas I think that the citizens are lacking in. You get what you deserve as a people. Now, elections are rigged in a brazen manner. Results are falsified. People find themselves in government. Now, instead of you to question the legitimacy of those people, the next minute, maybe because of poverty or because of the lack of the spirit to challenge those things, everybody like head mentality, everybody falls into line and say, that the man did it now, yeah, now then money they will go meet him now. Now, because of that, the people in government do not have any reciprocal loyalty to the people, because they feel that they are in government because of certain godfathers. And so they don't have any reciprocal loyalty to you. They have loyalty to the godfathers. That's why you can see people fighting to be chairman of PDP and chairman of parties. Because the moment they become chairman of parties, everybody will go and do rank a day. They feel that is the man who determines whether you get the ticket or not. You see them flooding the man's car with car gifts and all of that. Just go and find out what happens. So people like chairman of ruling parties. That is one. The second one is that the people do not ask for accounts when people are in government. In other words, they don't ask how their monies are being used or misused. They don't ask how their monies are being spent or misspent. They don't ask how their monies are being managed or mismanaged. They don't ask. They just feel that the people in government, there's still this mentality that the people in government are close to God. And that once they're in government, their decision is the decision of God. So they don't ask questions and ask for an account. It's only a few. Of course, you'll see a few activities here and there like us who do it once in a while. But we expect some kind of mass participation in this kind of thing. There's a problem. People put sentiments and other above performance in Nigeria. They just look at you and say, you are not my man, you are not my area, you are not my this. So, and that is one of the major causes of our retrogression. Major causes of our retrogression. We are not looking for who can develop our country. We are looking for who is our brother or sister to lead us. You see a very competent, qualified hand, they'll say, no, sorry, it is not his turn, or he's not a Muslim or Christian, or he's not a Northerner or this thing, or Southerner. And that's the reason why he cannot get the job. Because that slot is reserved for Uromi man. That slot is a slot of an Igbo man. This is where we are today. I'm telling you, that's the problem.